Are you an adventurer looking to take your hunt to the next level? Then you're in the right place. Welcome to East Meets West Hunt with your host, Beau Martonik.
All right, we are live. We're back for another episode of the East Meets West Hunt podcast, and this is another daily episode from the Colorado Elk Hunt. And for me, this is day 9, but for the guys I got on here with me, this will be day 1. So let's go around the table here and kind of introduce yourself. Gabe, why don't you start off?
Hey guys, my name is Gabe Lin. Beau and I recently became friends within the past year. I'm from Lewisburg, Pennsylvania, so I'm definitely an East Coaster going west. And yeah, I love to hunt, love being in the outdoors, and more importantly, I love making friends and enjoying it together.
Heck yeah. So what about you, Joe? You want to give a little bit of...
Sure, yeah. Joe Sangimino from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Same as everyone else here. Love hunting and fishing. Grew up hunting whitetail deer and turkey and fishing all over western Pennsylvania, and have recently, past couple of years, started coming out west, and I'm really happy and fortunate to be out here with you guys. It's my first elk hunt, so...
Awesome. So, Gabe, this isn't your first elk hunt then, right?
Nope, it's not. I've been coming out with a good friend of ours, Logan, and I think this is my 9th or 10th year, which is crazy to think of. But
yeah,
I think it really relates to, East, what you have going on, because it's essentially what we were doing. Logan and I didn't have much experience, and he was coming out with his dad for a while, and they eventually invited me along and had the opportunity to come out, and it's just been a growing passion ever since. And now we're able to incorporate even more of our friends and getting to reach out to you and enjoy it with you as well.
Yeah. And then, so I only have 3 headsets here, but we also have a 4th guy here, Logan, who's kind of was the I guess basis of this whole hunt from the beginning, right? So that's in his family. So we'll have to get into that a little bit when he gets to turn on the mic. But right now, he's the lone duck out. So we're we're here. We're at base camp now. This is the first time that I've ever hunted using horses to pack in, which was a pretty cool and interesting experience today. So that was pretty neat. And so you guys just drove out to Colorado. You're pretty tired right now. Drove straight through the night, and you had a wedding the night before. So
we both did.
Yeah. You and Logan both did. So that's pretty crazy. But so kind of, I guess we what time did we get out here today?
So I think we met you around 10, right?
Yeah.
We actually made pretty good timing. I think we made it in 25 hours. 23 to Denver, yeah. So we drove straight through, and then met up with Beau, and that was just a cool experience because Joey and Logan have never actually met Beau, and I've only met him 1 or 2 times, maybe. But it's just cool to see how you can build a friendship with someone and connect on the same level with the same passions, and for us to all come together and collaborate was pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's funny because you guys have kind of a close-knit group of people, and you don't let just anyone come in and hunt. You kind of have to feel people out and see how they fit. And I'm the same way. For the most part, I hunt either by myself or with the same people that I always have, because I'm really weird about who you hunt with, and you kind of got to figure out how other people are, because you definitely see the highs and you definitely see the lows of everyone when you get on a hunt like this. So it was pretty neat to be able to do that. And like I said, I don't know how everything worked out, but it did, and we're sitting here, so that was pretty cool.
Absolutely pumped about it.
Yeah, you guys definitely made some good time. I sitting in my hotel room, and you told me last night, you're like, oh, we'll be there 1 o'clock or so. I'm like, all right, I'll get an extended stay in here, stay a little longer before I check out. Well, yeah, I get a call.
6 o'clock this morning.
6 o'clock this morning.
Like,
hey, I'll
I better
be there
call
in an hour. I'm like, okay. No, it all worked out though. So I dropped my dad off at the airport and everything there. So Yeah, so we packed in, we got the horses out, and I got to see how you load up the horses.
Yeah, Beau's standing there looking at all of his gear that's packed into one bag, and then we have all our gear that's packed on 2 horses. So
Yeah.
it's a little bit different concept, but it was cool to see them mesh. And,
Yeah.
You were saying, it's coming out here with a different group of guys, and I think it's important. Like, I think Logan and Joey both agree. I think that's why we all hunt together already. Is not only is it hard to find people that you desire to hunt with, but it's important to find people that are like-minded and selfless hunters and people that enjoy more than just the kill. And I think that we all, can enjoy that together. And I think tonight was a perfect example of our first hunt together.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Before we get right to that, Joey, was this the first time that you've hunted with horses or anything?
Yeah, it is. I've the past couple of Western hunts that I've gone on have been similar to your experiences. Basically, whatever you can fit on your back, and however far you can drag it in. And it gets ever more complex when you get an animal down. You have to figure out how to pack that out along with all your other stuff. Sometimes you end up making multiple trips. But first time with pack animals as well, and I was really impressed. It's a pretty cool thing when you can tow horses for 24 hours straight from Pennsylvania, and it's a pretty big accomplishment, especially at our age, for both Gabe and Logan to be able to do that and for us to partake in it.
Yeah, no, that's
the
awesome.
horses did great. I mean, they were. It's not exactly an easy hike in, and coming off of a long car ride, I thought that they performed really well.
Yeah, no, that was pretty cool to be able to see that and just see how they reacted to, putting the weight on them. And you were talking about the big thing with balancing out the weight in between. And that's something I never knew. I mean, I'm like, all right, people take horses and like, they throw stuff on there? Like, I didn't know there's science behind it and everything else. So it was pretty cool to be able to see that. It was hot today hiking in, that's for sure.
You should have seen Beau's outfit.
What did I have on?
I don't know. Joey's was worse.
Yeah, Joey had the white beater on. Still does. It was
hiking
good.
in our board shorts, pretty much.
Hiking in shorts and sneakers.
Yeah, we didn't really look like hunters coming in, but it was funny. Yeah, that was cool to be able to do that, though. I'm like, I'm just going to wear shorts. I'm like, because I could throw my extra clothes on the horse.
Yep.
What the heck? But no, that was cool.
It's a serious luxury being able to pack in a significant amount of food in containers and snacks. It's it's a whole different world from just taking in what you can carry on your back.
Yeah, no, definitely. And so anyways, we got back in here and there was some people at the campsite, but that happens, and they were nice enough to let us share it because we needed the water for the horses and everything else. But that was interesting, and we decided to, after we got camp set up and everything, go out for the first hunt, the first evening hunt, and that's where it got interesting pretty quick.
Yeah,
I spent the last 8 days not getting within 300 yards of any elk, and within the first hour we got into them. How about it?
Yeah, that was a pretty cool experience, and it's interesting because Beau and I were talking, I guess probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, and he asked me just like, hey, like what type of tactics do you use to hunt, or what's your hunting style? And it's hard to, I think, mesh with someone as far as hunting, especially when you're going on a big trip like this, if you don't know exactly how that person hunts, and it's obviously probably a concern or something that interests you. So tonight, it was our first hike. We hiked only probably an hour in, and we got into a couple of elk, and immediately, like, the actions that we took, Beau stepped in front of me. I got down on my knees and started cow calling. Logan pulled out his bugle and started bugling, and as we're like sign languaging, I'm raking a tree, and it just shows you how quickly we can work together. And Joey saw them coming around the back, so he thought they may loop around. I mean, it just shows you how quickly you can work as a team, even if you don't know each other. So
yeah, that was cool. And basically, and Logan and I were kind of talking about it on the way here, was like, my style has always been kind of run and gun, bugle, run ridges, and he's like, yeah, well, we're at, we've kind of been here for a while and figure out what the elk do, so we do a lot of still hunting and a little more quieter, some cow calling and stuff, and it's just cool to see how the different styles mesh. And so that's what we were doing. We were just kind of creeping through some of the brush, and it looks like an old burn or something, and all of a sudden, boom, there goes, a cow and 1 or 2 bulls. Couldn't really tell, but we know it was confirmed 1. Yeah. And when they kind of, I don't know if they spooked a little bit or what, but we may have spooked them a little bit, but they weren't really sure what was going on. And as soon as, did that bull, did he chuckle first?
We cow called right away, and we started just raking a tree before we even talked, and then he chuckled right back.
Yeah, and then Logan cut him off with another chuckle and was getting them all fired up, and he was just raking a tree back and forth, and I'm like, holy cow, we're an hour in, this is gonna happen. I'm ready, I'm knocking, loaded, trying to make sure I had my setup, because at first it was so brushy that where I was set up, I'm like, I can't shoot, and I'm like, I don't care if I got to make noise. If he comes in right now, there's no way I'm getting a shot in the front. And then it looked like he said he was coming around. I'm like, all right, he's coming back towards where Joey and Logan were, and it just, everything happened so fast. But it was cool. The bull ended up not coming in, but nonetheless, that was an awesome experience. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, well, tomorrow will be interesting. That's for sure. So we ended that night. We just had really only a couple hours to hunt and came back. You guys cooked up some chili, looks like some pretty good chili, and I had my own chili. I had the Heather's Choice dehydrated meals, and
which looked delicious as well.
It was good. So that was awesome. It was a good first day, or first half day, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we're going to get in early, a little bit extra hunting pressure than we expected. Trailhead was kind of loaded with people, but we're going to make it happen.
Yep. Work harder and hunt smarter.
Yep. Exactly. We're going to make it happen. Joey, do you have any parting thoughts here?
No, I'm excited for tomorrow. It's going to be an exciting day.
Yeah. And what about you, Gabe? Are you
Yeah, I think that we're just going to continue doing what we're doing, and you bounce ideas off of each other like we have been, pay attention to the thermals, make sure we're getting into the areas. If we try and be at a certain spot by daylight and get in between their feeding pattern and their bedroom, and just play it slow and play it smart and see if we can make it happen.
Yeah. No,
hopefully one of you guys smokes one.
I'm really excited, and then tomorrow night we'll do this again, and we'll get Logan on here to talk a little bit. He's always got something good to say, so that'll be exciting. So no, it's a good dynamic of people here, and I think it's gonna be a successful week. That's for sure.
For sure.
And if it isn't, then it isn't. But we're not gonna let that happen. That's all there is to it.
100%.
And just to let everybody know, Logan and I are both rocking the rut stash right now.
Yeah.
And
we should see people passing us on the trail.
They're scared.
Yeah.
They hide their kids, that type of thing.
Logan brings a razor to the trailhead, and I was like, what are you doing with that? Next thing I know, he's making he says, I got a match bow.
He's got the East Meets West hat on and the rut stash. I don't know how we don't kill anything. That's all I'm saying.
We will.
But it's going to be good. But anyways, that's it for tonight, and we'll get back tomorrow. Again, this is day 9 for me, and it is September 10th. So let's get going, boys. Let's get to bed and get a good night's sleep.
It burrs. Cheers.
Thanks so much for listening to this episode of East Meets West Hunt with your host, Beau Martonik. For more great content and to stay up to date, visit eastmeetswesthunt.com, Facebook at East Meets West Outdoors, and Instagram at East Meets West Hunt. If you enjoyed today's episode, please review and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.